Oh, you got me lovesick, beautiful and toxic, dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart, losing all my logic, crazy but I want it, dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart. Oh, you got me lovesick, beautiful and toxic, dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart, losing all my logic, crazy but I want it, dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart. Oh, you got me. You got me lovesick. Oh, you got me dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart. 'Cause touchdown in the city. Tell me where you are. You're crazy, but you're pretty. A crashed explosive car. The memories all hit me like an exploding star. Graffiti on my heart. This feels like heaven. A mosh pit in hell. Ooh, we know where it's heading. It's bound for a hell. Oh well. Oh, you got me lovesick, beautiful and toxic, dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart, losing all my logic, crazy but I want it, dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart. Oh, you got me lovesick, beautiful and toxic, dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart, losing all my logic, crazy but I want it, dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart. Oh, you got me. You got me lovesick. Oh, you got me. Dancing to the beat of your heart, beat of your heart.
Okay, greetings ladies, gentlemen, and those of us who are more creative. I am the Fairest of Vile, and after watching that, basically this is my very quick and very lazy review of the Cult Beauty Advent Calendar. So I thought this year's one was okay. I didn't get it last year, but I got it the year before, and that was far better. And it was only far better because I feel like this one was very, 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 very skin orientated, which is great, but I would have wanted more makeup in it, and I know that a lot of people wanted more makeup in it, especially, oh for God's sake, yep, it's coming off. Oh well, I can't be bothered, I haven't got much longer in this. I know a lot of people wanted more makeup in it, and I was one of them. So I've literally got most of the makeup product here. So it was a coloured pencil lip liner thing from 1999. I'm gathering it's 1999. I don't know how else to say it. The Huda Beauty cheek tint, the Bernardo by Road, something like that, mascara, the Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow palette, and the Ron, something like that, Eyes on Me little quad. We could have done with more makeup products or more interesting makeup products, because I'm sorry, but a 4-pan eyeshadow that has 2 creams, 1 matte and 1 shimmer, isn't good enough. I'm just gonna say it, no matter how expensive it may be. I feel like there could have been more beauty like makeup products. However, I am a skincare lover, so I liked a lot of the skincares as well. I'm hoping it's better next year. Don't get me wrong, like, I know that you can look it up and all that, and like you choose to still buy it, but some people buy it because they've done it like every year, and like if they're a internet person or whatever, their followers and that would expect them to get it. But I can see how people are still disappointed, even though it's not like a complete mystery, because you can look it up and see what you get. But yeah, so that was that. Like, comment, subscribe. By the way, I'm totally skipping all of this. This makeup look, yes, this monstrosity, I do not like it, by the way, was created with the products that I just showed you. Because this was basically my look of the advent calendar thing. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Like, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those of us who are more creative. I am the furriest of Isle, and today is, well, I don't know how to describe it. It is a review of a palette, but it's also got like a little few other things because I am filming for the Cult Beauty Advent Calendar review. So I just thought I'd use all the makeup that I got in it in this video. But anyway, the main star is this palette. Is it Ròen? It's from the brand Ròen. Definitely not for drag, but I got it, and I said I would review every palette that I've got. I've already used it, of course, so it's in a state. It's very warm coloured, which I like. I like warm colours, as you know. However, 4 shades for drag, nope, and 1 matte shade. So I may have to improvise with something. I don't know if it'll be a blush, I don't know if it'll be bronzer or contour formula, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with just 1 matte shade. I used it for a typical glam boy look. It was actually my New Year look that I did. It looked really nice for that. However, matte, cream, shimmer. I would never ever use cream eyeshadow for drag because creams break up eventually is kind of what the formula's about if you don't set it. So it'll be alright for like a Saturday look, like when I'm just filming for the social media and taking pictures. However, I would never ever go out with cream eyeshadow in drag. Saying that, it's very pretty, and I actually really like it. I'm already sort of reviewing it. I like the colour story and everything, and when I used it for average glam, it was very nice. I don't know how it's going to go for drag. Yes, I do. It's going to go awfully. Anyway, I've got a few stuff here. I'm going to get to the stage of the first product and do it on camera. Okay, and I am back, and the first product would be, I have no idea what I've done with the lid, from, don't ask me which door it was in, the Cult Beauty Advent Calendar, the Huda Beauty, is it the Glow Stick? No, it's not, it's a cheat tint, the cheat tint blush stick in Coral Cutie. I normally do like an ombre blush, so I'd do something darker in like the sockety sort of portion of my eye and cheek, and then it would get lighter to blend out, but I'm reviewing this one, so I've gone old school where I used to just do 1 block colour. It gets there, but it's definitely on the sheerer side. It's definitely a everyday makeup, probably skin, like on just your skin kind of product. I like coral blushes, so I got it to a place that I like it. I'm going to show you how I did it basically. So it took a while, as I said, but I basically just piled it on. And I don't know why, but I had almost like a sixth sense that it wasn't going to be all that pigmented, so I just literally, as I said, piled it on. But the good thing about this brush from Made by Mitchell is that it makes everything just that bit more pigmented. It blends well. I really like how it blends. I personally think that I would use it more like everyday, not wearing makeup kind of product, just to give myself that flush, because I've used it for both. So I used it in my boy glam one, it was okay, it was just like a soft flush, which is what I want when I'm not doing drag. It works well on bare skin, and you know what, I could probably get away with it with drag as well because it builds up fairly easy. But it's kind of difficult because, as I said, I do a proper like ombre sort of blush. So in the socket around here is the darkest it can get, and then you buff it out. So it's probably going to be useful for like the outer areas as it's quite soft, but I don't really see the point in that. So I'd probably just use it for my flush of colour when I'm doing a no makeup day, which is most days. So that was it. I'll be back when I'm on the next product. Okay, I'm back. So I've done the blush, I've done the contouring, eyebrows, all that. This, once again, don't ask me from which door. I don't know why I keep going. The Cult Beauty Advent Calendar, that's literally what it's about. Came from one of the doors. The Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow palette. I think this is... You see, I thought this was just the mini, but I'm beginning to think that it's the full size because I can't find it anywhere other than this one. I should be doing prices, shouldn't I, really? No, you know what? I've just remembered again. It's not the Cult Beauty Advent Calendar video. It's this palette one. Anyway, so we're doing this next. The bronzer side, it looks a bit lighter than what I normally go for. Also, tiny separation and highlighter. That freaks me out because I do not want the highlighter in the middle of my forehead. But you know, I think the fact that I went a bit darker with my contour today is going to help the fact that this bronzer's quite light. It seems to be blending it in well, like when I do my blush area and that. I think it's just a bit too small, the compact, because I like to bronze a lot to balance out the whiter parts of my face. But yeah, it seems to be alright. It's probably very expensive considering it's Natasha Denona, and even though I'd have to look at the price first, it's very, very small. Let's be honest now. As I said, the separation thing's far too small because like I bronze with a big brush, as most people do. Like that highlight is too light to be mixed, because I do mix an ever so slight bit of highlighter, but it's like a darker bronzy kind of highlighter. It's actually the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Dark Horse. That would be way too light. That's the kind of highlighter that I put on the high points of my face. If I mix these two, it would be disastrous, and because of that small part, it's going to be very easily done. Okay, so next would be the highlighter, but first I need to go and find a highlight brush. Okay, so first I'm going to spritz my face to give it a chance, because that's what I do for every highlighter. So I'm just gonna use this fluffy brush and put it on. It's a bit lighter than I thought. I thought it was going to be a bit darker of a gold. Hopefully. No, I don't think it's leaving a white cast. I think it's okay. I'm going to attempt with my finger, because the brush seems to be making it ever so slightly patchy. Yeah, it's better with my finger. Okay, the phone is about to go off, so I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I think it works better with your finger, to be honest with you, but I will have to try and buff it out a bit, because obviously it's going to sit in one area otherwise. It's not the most pigmented, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting anything crazy. Just trying to like marry it a bit more and see if it works better with this brush. Yeah, it's definitely more soft than what I normally go for, but it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Like, it's more of a highlighter I would use when doing boy glam. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want something a bit more crazy for drag. So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not completely fond of it. It's a bit basic for drag, but for my drag, but I like it more for if I'm doing a glam boy look. Anyway, next product, which is, I think it actually might be the iPad finally. Okay, I am back and it's time for the palette. So, Ròen, something like that. Never heard of this brand before, but yeah, I mean, I said all this before. It's a cute quad. It's nice for boy glam, etc. Not so much for drag, considering it has 2 cream shades. As I said, I would never use cream shades without setting them in drag because they break down eventually. Also, it's well expensive. I actually, 1 minute, I'm gonna look at how much it was, but I know it's well expensive. To me, it's well expensive for 4 shades. Yes, it's £45 on Cool Beauty for 4 shades. I would never do that. Yeah, I'd never do it. But let's give it a go. I really don't know what to do, so I'm gonna do as I do this eye, and then come back and do this eye off camera. On camera, that's what I meant. Okay, I'm back, and this is what I've come up with, and it's the best that I can do. And for some reason, I don't know why, but this eyeshadow seems to be messing with, I don't know whether it's the powder area or the baking area, whatever area. For some reason, this freaking eyeshadow does not like it. So this palette is a definite no for drag. Anyway, so you know what, I'm just going to have to keep piling it up. It's actually driving me absolutely cuckoo. Oh my god. I haven't done anything different, so it has to be the eyeshadow that it's not liking. Anyway, let me show you how I did this eye, and it's as good as it's gonna get, I'm afraid. Okay, so the only matte shade in the palette, I mapped it out basically. As I always do. It's literally the only matte shade there is, so I've had to use basically just this. And I'm just gonna do something like that. And then taking a fluffier brush, the exact same matte shade because it's the only one there. I literally just sat and buffed it. I did do it basically as nearly to the top of my eye. Like, I nearly filled in the whole thing, to be honest with you. It's quite a smooth matte, like it's not patchy at all. It just, for some reason, doesn't seem to enjoy the baking area. And I had no idea why. Okay, so that's enough. I then did take a little bit of the bronzer just to see if it will make it a little bit different. I don't think it did, but I just needed... It felt weird just using one colour for the whole eyelid. I just felt like I needed something. Okay. Then I literally cut the crease. It's so weird it being this quick. I don't like it. Obviously, I ignoring the bottom bit because it's fucked up my eyeshadow, my baking area. It's not that bad, but I know for a fact it wouldn't stay like this because creams break down. Anyway, I'm going to cut the lip. Okay, I'm back, and yes, I decided to do something a bit more insane because there was something about it that was missing. I don't know whether I fucked it up or not. Doesn't matter. Hopefully it'll look better with lashes on because lashes solve everything. Okay, so I'm not looking forward to this bit. I took this cream eyeshadow, look at the state of it, and I put it on the very inner thing of the lid, and it took forever to build up. And I used a mixture of my fingers and the brush, and it's just so, like, it's pretty, like it's really pretty. It's got that proper rose goldness to it. It just takes forever to build up. And to be honest with you, these aren't supposed to build. In my opinion, it's a soft eye palette, and I am very much abusing it, as you can tell. I think that I'm beginning to think, obviously this is my first experience of this brand, I think it's probably one of those older women based brands. That's just my view on it with this palette. And because a lot of and I say that because also it makes the pricing make sense. So if you think of like a expensive makeup brand that isn't really that good most of the time. So for instance, you could go with the designer makeup brands like Gucci, Chanel, and all that. People buy that most of the time for the name and the packaging and stuff. It's not very good makeup half the time. It's standard makeup that you could easily get the same value or better from a drugstore, as Americans would say, brand. It's giving that just from this palette alone, and the fact that all their palettes are similar like this, different colours but like similar formula and quads and all that. Yeah, so I'm very much abusing this because it's not meant to be used this way, but here I am doing it regardless. So I got it to about there, to be honest with you. I could not get it any brighter. It just, it's almost like a tacky bottom. I then took this shade. The phone's about to go off, so okay, I'm back. So I literally taken this cream shade, did the same to this eye, to the outer corner, and to be honest, it's just a mixture of finger and brush. And I just kept building it up. Where's the brush? No, it's not that one. I've lost my brush. I'm going to have to go find one. Why does this happen to me? Ah, there it is. So, and literally just, I want to say tapping it on, but it's not tapping, it's more sliding it on. But yeah, I would never use cream shades for, especially. Do you know what? I wouldn't use it for makeup that you have on a long time period, let alone not just drag, because they do break up. Like creams break up if you don't set them, and I just don't. I don't really see the point. I know that plenty of people. Actually, I was gonna say that I don't see the point in cream eyeshadows, but I do. I think I probably do if it's just like no makeup day, putting one softly over the lid to give your eye that glossy effect. Other than that, I don't really understand the uses for them because, like, obviously you would never use them for drag, as I've said. But then I wouldn't really, now I think about it, I wouldn't use them for like glam boy makeup either all that much because if I'm going out, I want my makeup to last regardless. So unless you're just going out for a little bit, which I wouldn't put on makeup for that. I don't really understand older people because cream products are good for maturer skin. And if I'm gonna have to try it, but if I was like out of drag, like, and no makeup whatsoever, I wonder how it'd look with just a little bit over the lid. Because yeah, it would break down eventually, but if you're bare natural faced anyway, it doesn't really matter all that much. Okay, so I then took the only shimmer shade, and I have to admit this is a very pretty shade, and I put it in the thing. It's pretty, but it also once again takes a while to build up. But yeah, this is the colour story is definitely my kind of colour story. Rosy golds, bronzes, like, it's my kind of colour story. But yeah, I put it quite harshly, built it up quite harshly in the centre to give it that effect, but I did like softly put it everywhere, really, because I am aware that the creams are going to break down and they've got to last until the end of this. But it's quite a nice shimmer because while it has its own colour and its own base, it's also, if you do it lightly, it doesn't take away the colour from the cream underneath, so it still has a bit of like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't even know how to, what the word is. Ombre? No, ombre. Gradient. I meant gradient. But yeah, like, not the most pigmented shimmer in the world, but it's definitely pretty, and I definitely will use it. But yes. So to be honest with you, if it doesn't work out like as a singular shade, like on a natural eye, when I have a bare face and I'm just going out to do whatever and I put a little bit on my lid, if it doesn't work for that, then I'd probably use these as a single eyeshadow because of that shimmer and the matte. I'd put it in my singles drawer thing. Okay, so now I'm going to do the eyeliner, and I haven't even done the white eyeliner on this side. What's wrong with me? I'm not doing it on camera. Okay, I'm back, and I'm not gonna lie, I did cheat a little bit. Going into what I use for my eyebrows, I took a bit of this one, and I put it, like, below my eyeliner, basically. I just couldn't do it. The bottom was screwing up because of the reaction with my powder below, and I didn't want just a solid under eye. So I just built it up, and then I took this palette with the only matte shade and buffed it out, and this is where you probably see the live reaction of it. And if it doesn't do it this time, it's very weird. for God's sake, I've gone directly over my eyeliner. Now I'm going to have to get it back out. It just, for some reason, breaks up the powder below, and it's very weird because it's not, this is like the only matte shade, it's not cream or anything, so it shouldn't break it up, but it is. Like, it may actually be going even worse this side, believe it or not. I don't know if you probably can't even see it on camera, but for some reason it is just breaking it up, and I'm having to go lower and lower, and I am definitely gonna be wearing bottom lashes. I was thinking of trying to worm out my bottom lashes because I didn't really want to do them anymore, but this is calling for it. And there is nothing I can do about it because this is shocking. It's absolutely horrendous. And it is getting worse and worse by the minute. But I'm just gonna go with the flow, I guess. And by the flow I mean fucking rapids of breaking down powder. It is so bad. I've never had an under eye so bad before. Oh wow. It is awful, but thank God on camera it doesn't look that bad. So it doesn't matter, and I can still do what I needed to do. I need to do, should I say. I don't know why it's so much darker and it's going into my blush area compared to the other side either. I need to put some more highlighter on as well. That will make me happy. Actually no, it won't, because the highlighter I've got isn't highlightery enough. This is rough makeup day. Okay, so now I am going to do the glitter eyeliner. And I literally take the lash glue and just draw along it like this. And yes, my camera is going off soon, so I'm going to have to stop it at some point. Oh god, that was a lot. I didn't mean to do that much. Oops. For God's sake, the cream is making the spatula stick to it. It didn't do that this side. Okay, hopefully that's enough. Okay, taking the... For God's sake, it's going to stop, so I'm going to do what I need. Anyway, as I was saying, these sort of palettes are for older people because, like, people tend to go for more creams and all that as they get older. I really like the shimmer. The matte is okay, except that it totally fucked my under eye, so it clearly doesn't like the powder that I use to set my under eye. Yeah, I mean, it's not worth the £45 price mark. No 4 shades are worth a £45 mark. And that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you